Hi, it's Fiona from GetYourRockOut. I'm here with the Glassguns, and this is...
I'm Adam.
I'm Sam.
I'm Phil. Nick.
Fantastic. Welcome to the cupboard, guys. It is a very small cupboard. Thank you all for squashing in. Have you been here all day, or have you just arrived?
About 2 hours. Yeah, about 2 hours ago. Yeah.
So have you seen anybody? Who have you seen?
Yeah, we checked out our friends in you, I think, and then a few of the other bands.
Absolutely great.
Brilliant band.
They really are mad as cheese, aren't they?
And Washington Reed as well. I've just watched their entire set.
Very good.
Absolutely
Really
amazing.
dynamic, really good. Yeah.
I think so. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. So you're originally from Coventry, and you've relocated to Manchester, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm from Manchester already.
From Manchester.
Yeah.
He's not. He's from Wigan.
Well, yeah, Wigan, yeah. I lied.
Yeah, I'm from Cheshire. I still say Manchester.
I say Manchester, yeah. Sorry, Wigan.
So what prompted the relocation?
Coventry, where we used to live, is it's really small, and not only actually it's not even that small. The music scene there was good for about a year, and if you're a good enough band, you get to the top of where you can in Coventry, and then you have to leave. And a lot of the bands that are in Coventry don't leave, and they all do the same gigs. They all play, and they all fuck each other. And all the bands are literally they're just changing all the time. I want to be with this guy. We're going to be in a new band together, and it's bullshit. So we just left Coventry, and Manchester is doing really good for us.
Yeah, it's a good pub circuit, but as the man said, very, very inbred, and there's no aspirations after the pub level. It just plateaus at that point. So i.e. we thought we'd move somewhere a bit bigger. It was either London or Manchester. London, too expensive, so here we are.
Sunny Manchester.
Sunny Manchester.
We've got a really vibrant music scene here. It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I think
plenty going on, and lots of variations, lots of different
Way
types
more
of stuff.
competition as well, which I like that.
Yeah.
It's so much better having some bands that are gonna give you what you give them.
It makes you raise your game a little bit, rather than being just sloppy and just being like, yeah, it's all right, we're going to be the best on the night. There's actually, like you said, some real competition out there, and it's nice. Yeah.
So have you played lots of gigs up here?
We've been here a year, about a month ago. So we've been here a year and 1 month now.
Yeah, we've done
since
a
we got
lot
up
of
here, we've
gigs.
just been playing as much as possible.
We're doing all right, we're clocking up a fair few, yeah, it's nice. But
Second time here today. We've been to the Sound Control before.
Right. Yeah.
Venue, yeah.
Sweet venue.
Second time headlining it as well, not just playing it. So
Yeah, it is a good venue. I really like
Yeah, it's cool.
It took me quite a while before I realised there's more than just this little room in the middle.
see, I didn't know the basement existed till today. I know the middle floor and upstairs, but the basement, that's a new entity for me. And yeah, it's good.
It's smelly down there, but it's still good.
My kind of vibe though, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Fantastic. So you're supporting the Virgin Marys later this year, back in Coventry.
We are
Back in Coventry. Yeah. To be honest, Coventry, like I say, look, we were all saying before, it's a small scene, and so to fight your way to the top of it is, it can be done. And in Coventry, we get these kind of gigs that like with the Virgin Marys and stuff like that, where we still, even though we're not a Coventry band anymore, as much as we're based there, obviously we're still.
But it's not. Any decent band that goes through it, we immediately get
we're gonna get a phone call.
No, we did the Darkness last year. We played with those guys, and that was a great gig as well. What I mean? And it's nice to just get considered, in that town as that level of band. So, like I say, yeah, we get considered as a local support for some really cool bands.
So you've supported Medina Lake as well, have you? Is that right?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And also Zico Chain.
Yeah, great band.
Absolutely amazing band. I saw them the first time they came through Coventry, and then the second time we were lucky enough to be the support, and absolutely amazing band. Absolutely.
How's that, seeing a band as a punter and then going and being support for them?
It's mind blowing. It really is mind blowing, because it's a completely different concept. You witness a band, and as musicians, all of us, we see the bands get on stage and do what they're doing, and we go, get mind blown by a band, and then to actually be that band support, it's just like they played a song for us the time that we supported them, dedicated it to us because we'd asked them to play it, and it's mind blowing. It's really nice.
It's humbling as well.
Yeah,
with the darkness, like for instance, I went in to go see them at the NEC with the Permission to Land tour. Obviously, the first time round, great in the crowd, loving it. And then a few years later, obviously, I'm on the same stage as them, and it's quite humbling. And it also makes me realise that I am heading in the right direction, and we are heading in the right direction musically and as a business, I guess, because it's all about forwarding it ourselves.
All of that, isn't it?
Well, no, it's not about the filthy lucre. It's about just putting ourselves out there in the most productive way possible and not wasting energy, because it's very easy to run up and down the country pissing into the wind and get nowhere. So you have to be a bit more concise and concerted with your efforts, so they're more directed in a productive fashion, basically.
That's it. It must be nice to headline your own gigs, but at the same time, in terms of exposure, if you can headline somebody who's massive, then
It opens you up to a whole new audience, and people that are paying punters that go to gigs and go and see good bands, and they're the people that go home and buy your stuff off iTunes, want to buy a bit of merch, we'll come and chat to you and we'll follow you around. They'll turn up at the little venues, tap you on the shoulder, all right mate, you remember me, and that's really nice, really humbling, because I've never been that committed, if I'm totally honest, so it's lovely to see it.
Yeah, it's amazing the number of bands that I've had in the cupboard today who've spoken about bands that fans that will follow them round from place to place, and that's quite. I mean, I know that bands that I go and see and people pop up at different places, and they do seem to stay on the circuit with them, and that's quite a commitment, that isn't it?
We were really lucky. We've supported a lot of bands that we grew up listening to. So when we're there at the gig, and like you say, as a punter, and we're watching, and it's all brilliant. And then a year or two later, we're on the stage with them, and we still see the same faces in that crowd. We were in the crowd with you 2 years ago, and now we're playing to you. And then they go, oh right, I know you as well for that same reason, which makes it so much better. You just gaining fans that way. It's so much better than standing on the street with a flyer. So.
Yeah, that's it. If you're watching somebody that that must be really cool.
However, you can't put down standing on the street with a flyer, because that stuff has to be done, and you can pick up some amazing people doing that just by chance. Standing outside the right gig, a couple of flyers, bang them out, and you meet friends for life that way, which is nice.
Well, I think, like you say, standing at merch, talking to people, that gets a lot of people, because they realise that they see you not just as somebody on stage, but they connect with you on a level that makes them go, oh, they were nice, I'll go and download that or whatever.
Definitely. We always try and make a point of talking to people after the gig. If anybody's in the crowd, we don't want to go off stage and then get in the van and go home. We want to go, did you enjoy the set? What did you enjoy about it? Check us out on this and this and this. You can have a free download.
Apart from Nick, he isolates him in his little bubble.
To be fair, we get him out the box for stuff like this.
We've had the snooker ball out his mouth. Bring out the gimp.
As soon as he's done, he's back in the box, and that's it. Yeah,
Can't be trusted.
Snooker ball goes back in, off the box.
We let him drive sometimes.
In fact, the box doesn't look too dissimilar to this thing going on down here.
It's got air holes, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he's got air holes. We don't want him to suffocate.
In the basin there, just about.
Oh, Glassguns, it's been great to meet you. Thank you very much. Have a great gig tonight. And I'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Take care.
Nice one.